PLO Warrior here. Today I am going to play Hold'em. I'm playing Speed Hold'em on iPoker. Two tables of 100. I'm not sure if the HUDs work. I don't know if they do. Haven't played Speed Hold'em here. No, the HUD does not work. Well, it's showing the wrong players, so no point having that on. Just play HUDless, obviously, not a problem. But as you know, I haven't played Hold'em for a while, so I'm thinking it'd be better to make a video of playing Speed Hold'em, get a lot more hands in a lot quicker. So just generally going to take the more aggressive route most of the time by 3-betting and stuff. See how people play these games. I'm guessing it would just be like rush poker. Generally people played quite tight in that game, so you can get away with a lot of steals and stuff. Definitely going to defend to obviously the min open and the C bets. Definitely not a good turn or a river card. Just going to check fold, no problem with that. Very hard to be winning by the river, obviously, but I mean you can have any hand opening the button, so we do win some of the time. See how long it takes for me to get bored of playing Hold'em. I find it a very boring game nowadays. I'm just going to check back with the ace-5 because there's not a great board to c-bet, and could even just fold my 7s obviously, but I'm going to see one card, see if he checks behind now or not. Ugh, bad river card as well. Now King Jack gets there, King 10, Jack 10, all that stuff, so I can't even really do a blocker bet or anything. Just have to check fold. Might 3-bet my, what's it called, ace-8 offsuit on the button. Pretty draw heavy board and stuff, but I think betting 4 into 7 is fine. I could obviously consider checking back the flop on the 8, 8, 9, but when people are generally playing so passive, it's better just to fold. Like, they're not really going to mess around with an unknown that much. I mean, obviously the regs will do it and stuff, but for the most part I think betting is better. Earlier in the hand, just take it down. I'm going to 3-bet the ace king obviously. 9, 18, 27. Yeah. I might have said 3-bet there, I obviously meant 4-bet. I'm not sure what I said, but it doesn't really matter that much. You know what I mean. King 10, probably fold. It would be nice to have a HUD on people, but I wouldn't have many hands on them obviously because I haven't played them, so it wouldn't even matter too much. I mean, I've always played with a HUD, so I think, to be honest, it's better to play a few games where I don't actually have a HUD, because it's not so good to be dependent on a HUD all the time. So I have a better pot on the left. I don't think he's going to call me anything. No, I think he could call me with a queen, but he's likely to call a big bet with the queen anyway. Against a short stack, it's quite a draw heavy flop, to be fair. I'm just going to min raise and be goofy. I don't want to give him a free card. There's so many draws and stuff, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to 3-bet the ace jack. It's not a great hand obviously, but I'm just going to flat with the jacks because I'm out of position and stuff. I could even just lead this flop and just fold. I mean, it's definitely not a good flop for us. But there's plenty of hands that you can have that miss the flop, so I definitely see what he does on the turn. If he bets again, I can definitely consider folding anyway. Won't be too hard to fold that hand. And now I could bet the river for value obviously. I don't expect him to have us beat too often, but I'm just going to check call. Don't expect him to be checking behind a queen on the turn or anything. Okay, he did have a queen, but saved money in the end anyway. Yeah, I mean, he could easily check a queen behind the turn. It's not rocket science. Wasn't really. It'd be more of a blocker bet, I guess, than a value bet if I bet the river. And on the left, obviously, ace queen high. Should be good a lot of the time. I'm gonna call the turn. I think quite likely he might have a pair of eights or something like that. Like, I think like mid pocket pair he could take that line with. But ace queen was good anyway, so. And how much do we bet? Bet 10, there'll be 32 in the pot, and you'll have 27. Oh, right. Just want to get all the money on the river, basically, so. Yeah, Hold'em is just, I don't know. I can see why people are getting bored of this game. Just gonna see about the flop. Would have been nice to turn a diamond or something, but I'm just going to give up now. Pretty gross turn card for us on the left table. Obviously I know nothing about the guy. Whoa, what happened? Did I time out? Oh, I was going to fold anyway. Oh yeah, these are speed tables, aren't they? Duh. Forget you get less time on them. Oh, I'll have to pay attention to that. I donked on the right table against a short stack with 2 overcards and a flush draw, obviously. I could obviously check raise, but not knowing his c-bet frequency, he could just be checking back that board a lot. So I'd rather bet when I've got more outs to win. I might 3-bet the, well, he's open 4x. I want to 3-bet anyway. Just going to flat call with the queens against the min raise. Definitely can defend with a 9-6 to a min raise. Might float on this board. I almost might do something goofy. Quite a dry board anyway. I was hoping to turn a spade or obviously a pair or a flush draw. But now we turn obviously nothing at all. And it's a very dry board. I'm just going to try and bluff it. But he has a hand. Got 90 people playing here at the moment. It would be nice to see who's playing what tables, but I don't think there's any way to see. Just going to try and have to spot the players who are playing a few tables. I think this guy is playing a few tables maybe, and this guy, seen him a few times, so he's obviously playing more than one table. Going to 3-bet him here. See, min raises out of position against me. Just going to c-bet obviously. Going to check back on the left table. Obviously we've got top pair, but if the pot gets big, you know, king 5 is going to be pretty bad. So going to just try and get 2 streets of value. Although it doesn't look like we're even going to get one. He's snap checking, so don't think he has much. Yeah, I think I've seen this guy a few times, this zombie guy. Who else have I seen? This guy I've seen a few times. Just at least help me out and see how many tables they're playing. Obviously if they're playing, I don't know how many tables you can actually play of this. try it out. You can play more than 4. That's interesting. Yeah, so some of these guys, I don't know how many tables they'll be playing, but I guess there's no limit on the amount of tables you can play. I'm just going to stick to 2 at the moment, as I can only fit 2 on the screen, but I'll make a video later playing, I don't know, as many tables as I can fit in the screen. Might be quite fun. He min-raised me. Yeah, I'm going to raise him on the flop, and then he just like bets half pot. I mean, it connects a bit. Oh, I didn't see his stack. Very interesting. We pick up a straight draw, obviously, but I don't think there's any point in betting, and that's not so much of a good card for us. Just going to fold the ace-8. This guy playing a few tables opens under the gun. I don't think he's going to be folding. I think his range is pretty strong. I think he's going to have ace-8 beat quite a lot of the time. So this guy's playing a few tables, I'm sure of it. I mean, I'm sure you can get a HUD that actually works on here, but my HUD doesn't seem to be working. So just going to fold the king-8. Yeah, I'm just playing very ABC, like, you know. I mean, everyone is, but I think they're playing a little bit too tight. They just want to see the next hand. But I mean, I think that's just obviously the format of the game that happens on every site. People just want to get aces and kings quickly, just folding, getting their aces or kings, re-raising and winning like three big blinds or something. It's a bit stupid. I'm going to c-bet the, wow, I nearly shoved all in there. I'm going to c-bet the ace-3 because it's quite a dryish flop. There's only one picture card. Problem is, it's going to be quite hard to get him to fold a queen if he has one. I'm just going to give up. We have a tiny bit of showdown value anyway. Once we hit the 3. Yeah, I want to raise this guy, but I'm actually just going to fold for the moment. To keep it tight at the front, man. I think I have to fold against this guy. This short stack. It's tempting to call, to be honest. I'm just getting such good odds. But I'm not going to. Just going to bet the pot with a king 3. against a short stack. I don't expect him to continue with no pair basically. Like I expect him to fold ace high probably. Short stack, but short stack players generally play fit or fold. I'm going to 3-bet the queen 4. I see this guy's playing a lot of tables. He's probably just opening quite wide from the cutoff, as he should be. Going to fold though, obviously. I'm not exactly going to 5-bet. Unless I know lots about him, and I do not. I'm going to play the queen 8 in position against, I think this is the same guy that I just 3-bet. So, top bet could be good. It's pretty unfortunate if he bets the river. I think I'm going to have to fold because it looks like we have a queen quite a lot, so I don't expect him to be 3-barreling or worse than queen 8 really. I expect him to have a decent queen himself. And he hasn't bet that big, so unfortunate, but I think it would be the right fold. Probably king queen or ace queen. So interesting to turn the 8, whether it's a bet or not. He doesn't have to have an ace, obviously. There's a lot of pair and gut shots and things like that, but I think I'll check back. So frustrating. He bet so small. I just want to look him up. I mean, I should probably easily fold that. Again, a short stack defending from the small blind, and what's making a clear value bet on the river really. I think generally if they're going to bluff, they'll try and bluff bigger than a third of the pot, so I think that's a definite fold. I just love tipping them, you know. Gonna fold the king jack offsuit to the 3-bet. It's not a good hand. Oh, actually, just gonna fold the 5-6 off. Defend the 3s. Oh, I keep timing out. I keep forgetting it's speed poker, hence the name. Okay, this guy squeezes. Well, I have a crappy hand. It's just frustrating when I have no stats on him. Yeah, whatever. No real hands yet. I'm gonna 3-bet the queen jack. Quite dry flop, but you know, I think he'd be calling me with ace high and stuff. I'm gonna have to barrel. No, that's unfortunate. King comes on the right, on the left, sorry. I'm gonna check. Have a quite easy value bet on the river now that obviously the king comes. Hopefully he calls me with like queen 10, queen 9. If he has it, obviously. Boo-hoo. It's a boring hand anyway. Much rather play the deuce 7. It's a much better hand. Eight. I'm going to bet 8 and then I might shove the river. I don't think he has an 8 now obviously, but if he has a 7 he should snap call, so okay. Call with the 3s. I mean, I set it up so there'd be a pot size bet on the river. Don't know much about him, but didn't feel like he had much. But he made a good call, but it's probably a bad call really. I'm just going to start building the pot here on the left table. Just going to bet twice, see what happens. I might 3-bet my 7-8 off suited the nuts. I won't 3-bet this guy obviously because he's shorter stacked, but now I'm going to check back the ace. Obviously have to call 1-bet. Very nice river card for us, for sure. 30 in the pot. Yeah, just going to raise obviously. I called a 3-bet on the left with the ace-jack suited. Tempting to mess around on this flop, but I think that's just overthinking it a bit. I wonder what that guy had on the left. I'm guessing he had 2 pair of some sort. No, he had 1 pair, ace-jack. So that was a reg, that was this guy here. Yeah, well, I think we bet probably the maximum that we could have got paid on that hand anyway. I mean, he's not going to call a shove with 1 pair. He made it 13 and we made it 43, I think. So I think we got, yeah, I don't think you would have called much more than that. I mean, it was quite confusing in his eyes. We wouldn't check 2 pair. Seven of spades, that's the one. Jack-9 suited, I'm going to re-raise. I mean, it's quite hard without seeing people's HUDs, obviously. I could just be like, obviously 3-betting one of the tighter players that's never opened in his life, but I guess that's why they call it gambling. You never know. I think poker would be better placed if there was no HUDs at all anyway, to be fair. I'm just going to flat call with my sixes. That turns out to be a good thing to do. Probably just going to raise the flop. I mean, if he doesn't have an ace, he's not going to be putting much more money in, so try and get the pot big if he's got an ace, you know what I mean? Um, 20, 30 in the middle, so I have a bet 25. Yeah. Wow. You could even have a set of aces, which would be pretty brutal. But obviously, you know, it's poker. Oh, we're in good shape then. I timed out, but I wasn't going to do anything with the fives anyway. Got to pay attention. Yeah, Hold'em is pretty tedious. It's not that exciting. I'm going to shove here with the 8-5. Oh no, I changed my mind, sorry. Get 3-bet. No, I hate flat calling. Oh, I've timed out again, fuck's sake. I'm not very good at this, I'll be honest. I'm just going to flat call with the ace queen against this reg. He's opening from middle position, so... certainly not just going to fold the flop or anything, but... I might just start betting. He can have hands like King Jack, under pairs, Ace Jack. I expect him to bet any pair on the flop really, and any draw. He got a gut shot. I'm going to flat call with the ace-8 offsuit. Only because he min-raised, obviously. I might just raise the flop, make it 10. Just dry flop. He might fold his picture cards. I'm just going to shove now. It's only a pot size bet left in the pot. Okay, he had a 10. He was never going to fold a 10. I don't expect him to fold 10. But, you know, I expect him to raise sometimes too on the flop, so feels like an ace-4 or something. He can sometimes find a fold in the river, so I was only really scared of a 10. And there's only a pot size bet. Just going to lead out on the right with my gut shot. He didn't see bet the flop, so. Interesting whether to raise or not on the left table. I think it's better to raise. Actually might just check back, to be honest. I think you can have a king quite a lot of the time. Now we've got showdown value, we can just check it back. I mean, it's tempting to obviously barrel and try and get him off a king by the river, but there's no guarantee that he'll fold a king, so... and on the right table, obviously we raised pre, and we hit second pair on the turn, but bad board runs out, so gonna make an easy fold. Well, I could call there, it wouldn't be too bad. I'm going to defend with the fives because I've got position on this guy. Not a terrible flop, so I have to call one. I'm obviously worried about ace king. The pot's got pretty big, to be honest. So I think I definitely should be folding the turn there. Or maybe even pre-flop, why not? I mean, defending with 3-bet with pocket fives is something you do when you've got a read on someone, I think, or at least some stats on someone that shows you that they're 3-betting, like, obviously a lot of the time, but I don't have any of that information, so I think that was a pretty easy fold pre-flop, and that was bad. But it's important to know your mistakes, I guess. Identify them yourself. It's not really a mistake though. That's fine. I'm gonna, what's the word? 3-bet with my sevens. When I'm out of position and stuff, I'm gonna squeeze with my sevens. But I expect him to 4-bet some of the time, to be fair. He's the reg, open under the gun. He knows that I can be obviously 3-betting a bit light, so it's exactly what he does. It's unfortunate. I don't want to call, obviously I'm out of position to him, so I just have to give it to him. I mean, I did expect he'd do that, but I'm not going to do anything about it just now, which kind of sucks. Might check raise I might just check call. As obviously if the king was a lower card I can check raise, but against the king we don't really have any, we only have a flush draw. I consider check raising now though, obviously. So brutal that he didn't bet. Well, no, he checked behind. I think he'd bet a king again on the turn, so we can just try and steal the pot anyway. Still would rather check raise, but as long as we get the pot, either way, we're happy days. I open my fives and then I just snap. The board just runs out terrible. I'm just going to fold basically. The only thing we can beat is a busted club draw. And even that could easily back into a pair, so unfortunate. This guy checks after raising into me pre, so I'm just gonna try and take the pot down anyway. I'm going to 3-bet my 6-7 offsuit against this reg. Well, the games are definitely reg infested. I thought there'd be a lot more fish. on the rush, on the speed games. That's fine though. That's 40 minutes has gone past already. Crikey. Well, that's going to wrap the video up. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video in the series.